So, as some of you all will know, that when we make our own money, that comes with more responsibility. We have to pay bills. So, just like how we pay taxes, we have to pay bills as well, our own personal bills. So, for example, we have to pay electricity bill, telephone bill, water bill, cable, internet. There's a lot of bill things we need to pay for. And sometimes, if for example, if you have a telephone, some companies they actually charge a fixed charge for their service every month. Then, so for example, for the telephone, TSCT will charge a fixed charge every month, and it depends on how much you use this telephone. Then that bill will be other parts of the bill will be created. So if you're using your phone like for 2 hours every day, you're going to be charged for that 2 hours every day, plus the fixed monthly charged, right? So we're going to look at some questions now here. A company charges the following monthly rates for all local telephone calls. So for the first 15 calls or less, meaning if you make 14, 13, so once it's 15 or less calls, it's 45 cents per call. And then the remaining calls, so if you make anything above 15, the remaining calls is 30 cents per call. So part A, we want to calculate the total bill for each of the following customers. So customer George, he made 12 local calls for the month. Alright, so 12 local calls. That means he made less than that 15, right? That's within the first 15. So that means it'll be 12 times 45 cents. So 12 times 45 cents, which is $5.40. So George's bill for that month is $5.40. Then we have customer Miriam. This is part two now. She made 52 calls for the month. Again, remember the first 15 calls or less is 45 cents. So we want to calculate Miriam's bill now. She made 52 calls. So remember the first 15 calls are 45 cents. So 15 by 45, that will be $6.75. And the remaining calls will be 52 take away 15. So the remaining calls is 37 remaining calls. And remember the remaining calls are 30 cents each. So 37 times 30 will give you, remember this is cents, so it will be $11.10. So our total bill is the $6.75 plus $11.10. Our total bill is $17.85. Again, remember for Miriam, she made 52 calls. They told us the first 15 calls is 45 cents each. And the remaining calls is 30 cents each. So when you take these 52 calls and you minus that 15 calls, right? That's how we get the 37 calls that remaining. So those 37 remaining calls are at 30 cents each, right? Right, so we have part A down. We calculated George's bill and Miriam's bill. So part B now, Mr. Paul was charged a total of $28.05 for local calls in a certain month. How many calls did he make? So he was charged a total of $28.05 for local calls in a certain month. How much calls did he make? Now, Mr. Paul's bill was this amount, $28.05. We need to find out how many calls he made. We know that the first 15 calls totals to $6.75. That's when we worked out in A part 2. So if we take that $28, his total bill, and take away that $6.75, we would remain with $21.30. So when we subtract the total cost for the first 15 calls, we get $21.30. Remember, we know that the first 15 calls is 45 cents each, and we worked out that in the first part. So this amounts to 15 calls, right? So when we take that away, we get the remaining amount, $21.30. So now we know the remaining amount of calls is 30 cents each. So if we take $21.30 divided by that 30 cents, we will realize that that amounts to 71 calls. So the total calls that Mr. Paul made were the 71 calls at 30 cents each plus that 15 calls. So in total is 86 calls that Mr. Paul made, right? So now we will be looking at this question here. If you want to try it without seeing the answer, just pause and try it. Pause the video, try it, and then play when you're ready to find the answer. All right, so let's look at the question. It's a little bit blurry, sorry about that. Ken has two telephones. One is a cellular and one is a landline. So one is a cell phone and one is a landline. The rates for local calls are shown below. So we have a column for cellular, a column for landline. The monthly rental fee for cellular, there's no monthly rental fee for the cell phone, but there is a monthly rental fee for the landline. Now let's go on to the other part with the rates. How much is charged per minute on the call? So every 1 minute on a cell phone, they're paying 85 cents. Every 1 minute on a landline, they're paying 15 cents. Cool. So let's look at what they're asking us. In 1 month, calls were made lasting a total of 1 hour and 5 minutes. So 1 hour and 5 minutes. So first of all, let's just change that 1 hour and 5 minutes to just minutes alone. Because remember, our calls are charged per minute, right? So 1 hour is 60 minutes. So that's 60 minutes plus the 5 minutes. So in total, that is really 65 minutes, right? Good. And this is part one we are looking at. They want to show by calculation that the cost of using a landline is less than using the cell phone. So let's work out for the cell phone first. So for the cell, there's no monthly rental fee, but your charge for every 1 minute is 85 cents. So 1 minute is equal to 85 cents. So 65 minutes, because we're going to find for 1 hour and 5 minutes, right? So 65 minutes will be the amount for 1 minute, which is 85 cents, times 65 minutes. And when we multiply that, we're going to get 5,525 cents. Remember, it's cents. I didn't change anything yet. And then we work that out. That's actually $55.25, right? And now let's do the landline. So the landline, now remember the cell phone, this is the final cost for the cell phone because there's no monthly rental fee. So for the landline, every 1 minute, you are being charged 15 cents. So again, we want to find out for the 1 hour and 5 minutes. So that's 65 minutes. So that'll be 15 cents times the 65 minutes, right? So just use that 15 by the 65. And we will get 975 cents, right? Remember, again, I didn't change anything as yet, right? And that is equal to $9.75, right? So the total bill for the landline is the monthly rental fee, which is the $45, plus that $9.75. So let's add that. $9.75 plus $45. And we will end up getting, so we will get $54.75. So do you see how the landline bill is less than the cell phone bill, right? If you made total calls for 1 hour and 5 minutes. So basically, since I said show by calculation, you had to work out you have to work out the cell phone bill for the 1 hour and 5 minutes. I have to work out the landline bill for 1 hour and 5 minutes, right? And then show that, the calculation will show clearly that the landline bill is actually less than the cell phone bill. Now let's look at part 2 now. It says for the month of March, the landline telephone was used, and the bill was $54.60. Calculate the total time in minutes for which the calls lasted. Now, the total bill is equal to what? The monthly rental fee plus any the cost of calls, right? Now his total bill here was $54.60. So you need to take away that rental fee. That rental fee of $45. Take away that. Right? So $54.60, take away 45. And you're going to remain with $9.60. So this $9.60 is how much he really paid, how much he spent on calls, right? Now remember that you want to calculate the total time in minutes. So the total time will be that $9.60 divided by how much is it per call for the landline? It's 15 cents, right? So write it as dollars since we're using dollars here, right? 15 cents, and it just divide that, and you will get 64 minutes, right? If you wanted, instead of you could have used 960 cents divided by 15 cents, same answer you'll get, right? So in these questions, really put yourself, as I said before, in the situation, in the position of the person who is dealing with the bill and so on, and it should be a little bit easier for you, right? So I'll see you all in my next video.